Home foreclosures in the U.S. dropped to a two-year low last month, falling 21%. Well, the figures come from RealtyTrac, and Senior Vice President Rick Sharga joins us now live from Irvine, California. Rick, good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, everyone wants to know, a lot of the housing data recently has been slightly mixed, some good reports, some not so good. This one, seemingly good, in November posted a huge decline both month over month and year over year. But of course, everyone wants to know your opinion on this. Is this a trend, or do you think this is an anomaly?
Unfortunately, it's not a trend. What we normally see in November is maybe a 7% seasonal dip in foreclosure activity due to the Thanksgiving holiday. The huge drop we've had, 21% month over month, 14% year over year. The two largest drops we've ever tracked in our survey are really due to the robo-signing scandal that we talked about for the last month. We've seen a lot of servicers and lenders just delay foreclosures to get their paperwork in order, and that's really the root cause of this big drop.
Here is another question for you, Rick. A lot going on in D.C. as it relates to foreclosures. Treasury Secretary Geithner said today that the Treasury's Home Affordable Modification Program has, now this is a quote, has helped catalyze the market to provide millions of loan modifications. Now, not necessarily talking about foreclosures, but he did say that this helped put a floor under housing prices. Do you think that's true as well?
I think the HAMP program has come under a lot of fire because the expectations the administration set when they launched it were probably too lofty. They said right out front it would probably help 3 to 4 million people avoid foreclosures, and at the end of the day it'll probably help maybe 700,000 or 800,000, which is still a pretty good number. I think what HAMP doesn't get credit for is being a catalyst that sort of pushed the lenders into creating their own loan modification programs that are actually being a little bit more successful on a lender-by-lender basis than the HAMP program itself might have been.
Tell us what you're seeing regionally. Where are the hardest hit areas still? Do they remain the same?
Well, in a certain sense, they do. You have states like California and Nevada and Arizona and Florida that have been with us since the beginning of the foreclosure problem, and they've managed to go seamlessly from foreclosures caused by bad loans to foreclosures caused by unemployment. But as unemployment has spread, you've seen states like Utah and Oregon and South Carolina pop into the mix that really hadn't been there before and are there simply because of the economic displacement.
All right, that's an interesting point. Thank you so much, Rick, for joining us. We'll be checking in with you next month just to see if that trend is actually, hopefully it's a trend and not just an anomaly. Okay, Rick Sharga from RealtyTrac joining us.